This is the Marvel Legends series from the movie Thor: Love and Thunder by Marvel Studios. We have Jane Foster as the mighty Thor. Oh my goodness. This is the figure I was anxious to get out of all the figures in this wave. The wave forms Marvel's Korg or Viking Korg, and here's the rest of the assortment. I picked up this figure, just super lucky to have picked it up at Toys R Us in Singapore. And man, the figure looks gorgeous even in packaging. And let's take a closer look at the details of this figure. You will see that she does include the left leg of Korg. We're not interested in that. She comes with the reformed Mjolnir. And you look at the details of this sculpted new Mjolnir. It has all the cracks. And I guess it's been reformed. And it called out to Jane. Beautifully sculpted hammer. I'm loving it. If at all, I would have, wished there would be some highlights on the cracks. I mean, some wash, dark wash, just to highlight those cracks. But other than that, the handle is beautifully painted. Yeah. She also comes with two head sculpts. Let's take a look at the first one. This one is the one with the helmet. Jane Foster with the Thor helmet. Boy, that thing looks great. The eyes are painted nicely. You got some beautiful hair sculpt right there. The helmet is made of that, it's molded out of that silvery glossy plastic. I don't think they painted it. I think that's just what the material is made out of. Nicely painted lips, the eyes, and some little bit misaligned red paint on the details of the helmet, but very minor, nothing to worry about. Okay, and finally we have the figure itself, which has the unmasked or unhelmet, without the helmet, head sculpt of Jane Foster as the mighty Thor. Jane Foster as the mighty Thor. I mean, if you read up on the comic books, you'll know why she is the new Thor. She's got this really nice, beautifully sculpted cape made of some red matte plastic, unpainted, no shading, anything like that. But I do love the way it's been sculpted. It's like flowing in one direction, and then this one is just going with the contour of her body. I love that. And as I said, this is a wonderfully sculpted and painted Jane Foster head sculpt, the great likeness to Natalie Portman. The same hair sculpt, very similar hair sculpt to the one with the helmet. So nice torso right here. And again, just like King Valkyrie, the King Valkyrie figure, you've got pinless knee joints and pinless elbow joints. Fantastic sculpting and paint apps on the armor, on the torso, her waist cape, her boots. Oh, the boots are just made of that glossy plastic, as well as the knee pads, but the brown paint is painted over the feet, some parts of the boots. On the back, more of the waist cape. Articulation, ball jointed neck, ball joint up here, ball joint down there. You got a ball jointed torso. Shoulders go in and out, forward and backward. You got bicep swivel, these pinless double jointed elbows. Wrists, they swivel. This one goes in and out. This one should go up and down, just like Valkyrie. The hips, you can do the splits, forward and backward. You got thigh swivel, double jointed knees. Ankles, you go up and down and have the rocker tilt. Let's see if I can replace that head sculpt, see how she looks. Oh, wow. Man, that looks great. Put the hammer in her hand. And for some size comparisons, here is Jane with Peggy and Steve. And she's about the same height as Steve, slightly shorter than Peggy. And for a comparison of Mjolnir, you can clearly see that Jane's hammer is a lot bigger than the one Steve used in Endgame. And I'm pretty happy with this. I'm glad they didn't shrink it. I'm happy it's in a bigger scale. The details look a lot better. I just wish they could have painted it a little bit more instead of leaving it as a flat gray. And here she is with the comic series version of Jane Foster as the mighty Thor. You can see the inspiration where this costume came from, the sort of very similar look and feel. I do like the fact that they've turned the costume to more of the look of how Thor really looked like in the MCU. I love this transition, but it still has a lot of inspiration from the comic version. And here is Jane with King Valkyrie. They're about the same height, head to toe. Now, this review would not be complete without a direct comparison with Padme Amidala, since Star Wars fans and Marvel fans know that these two characters are played by the same actress, Natalie Portman. Thank goodness she agreed to do another Thor movie as Jane Foster, the mighty Thor. So you can clearly see, as the mighty Thor, she is much bigger than Padme. The powers of Thor increase her mass and size and height and all that. But yeah, I say, yeah, it's pretty good. Albeit the Black Series figure just does a wonderful job with the likeness to Miss Natalie Portman. This one could still use a bit more work. A little bit, just a little bit, but very good likeness. And finally, here she is with the Thor Odinson figure from the same wave of Thor Love and Thunder Marvel Legends figures. They look great together. I cannot wait to see both of them in action in the upcoming movie Thor Love and Thunder. And so some final thoughts on this new Thor Love and Thunder Marvel Legends. Jane Foster as the mighty Thor. I absolutely love this figure. I think the sculpt is beautiful. Great paint apps. Fantastic detail. I love the fact that she's got two head sculpts, one with a helmet and an unmasked version. I love the fact that the new Mjolnir is in a bigger scale. Articulation is great. We get pinless joints. Absolutely a perfect figure. It is going to get a 10 out of 10 for me. I'm a little biased, I have to admit, but I really love this figure. It is easily the best figure in the wave. Let me know in the comments what you guys think of this new Marvel Legends Thor Love and Thunder Jane Foster as the mighty Thor. Hit that notification bell so you never miss out on any of my latest video reviews. And if it's your first time here, please subscribe. Thanks for watching.